Good morning. I'm Jan, and it's Sunday, and it's raining out, and it's gorgeous. I have the windows open, and actually it just stopped, but it's been rainy. I think we'll get more tonight. So it's real early, so if it sounds like I'm whispering, I probably am. It seems like whispering goes along with early morning stuff. So today I wanted to share with you, just for a few minutes, I attended a 2-year course out of Tufts University in Boston, and it was out of the Institute of Whole Health. And what I learned there were the 5 components that make up whole health. Now, this was back then the cutting edge of healthcare, and now you see it finally making its roots inward towards healthcare. But they talked about and studied patients in their hospital that had had major surgeries and whatnot, and how well they did after they left the hospital. And the ones that had these 5 components seemed to heal so quickly. Some of them never did because they didn't have these 5 components. So let me share those with you, and I can go into one a little bit deeper. I don't have time to cover deeply all the 5 components. But so the first component is environmental, meaning the air you breathe, the water you drink, your environment around you, the noise component. All of that affects us tremendously with our body and everything else. The second is the emotional component. How are your emotions? How are they regulated? What things are affecting you emotionally daily in your life? So the emotional aspect, the physical. How is your body? How are you taking care of it? How are you addressing what you need physically? It's a very important component. The spiritual, meaning you believe in something bigger than you. And it doesn't have to mean religion necessarily. It can be something else, but a belief in something that's bigger than you are. And nutrition, how you feed yourself. What are you giving yourself that is either helping you or not helping you as far as staying healthy? So I thought, I found my little book out of, I think I have 10 or 20 of these notebooks that I used during all of my studies with that one course. And I was looking over it, and I want to go in a little bit to the spiritual aspect of whole health, what that means. And it brought back to me, there were 3 questions under this topic that we studied for months. And I thought I'd share them with you. 3 questions that you can ask yourself and maybe give some thought to it. So number 1 question, why am I here? Why am I here? What is my service? What am I doing here in my life? That's the number 1 question. Number 2, what is the meaning of my life? Which in a way segues into that first question. What's the meaning? What meaning do I give to the world with my life? What's the meaning behind my life? And then number 3, which I put a star by because I think they really spent some time on this question when we were talking about it. Where do I go when I die? And for some of you, that might be a very easy question. Where do I go when I die? For some of you, maybe it will take some thought. Maybe you haven't quite come up with that. I know for that question, it took me years and years to get somewhat of an answer. Where do I go when I die? So that all falls under the spiritualness. And then next week I'd like to take one of the other components and break it down because there's a lot underneath each component. So let's just do a couple breaths and relax. So just take, when I say breaths, I want it in through the nose, out through the nose. So deep breath in and hold it at the top and slowly release it through the nose. Out breath always longer than the in breath. Okay, so let's try that again. Deep breath in, hold it at the top, and out slowly through the nose. And one more time, deep breath in, and then out. And how are you feeling this morning? Maybe it's not early now for you. It's so early and the birds are singing. My favorite time of day. My favorite. Let's draw our belly in. So pull the belly muscles in, tighten them up. And now slowly release and let the belly come back out. And again, draw the belly in, pull in, belly button is aiming towards the back of the spine. Imagine that. Relax and let the belly go. And one more time. Deep contraction of the belly. Pull in. And then slowly release and let it go. Don't be afraid to hold the belly in for a few seconds before you slowly release it. It's good for the stomach muscles. So if you were sitting in a chair or on the floor and you wanted to work a little bit harder, you would slowly curl back, okay? And as you pull yourself up, you contract the stomach and come up. Then as you come back, you relax the stomach and then slowly pull the stomach in as you come up. And now, the proper breathing, so important. The inhale as you go back, the exhale as you pull yourself up and contract. So we remember the proper breathing, which is kind of opposite of what you might think is right. So you inhale as you go back, exhale as you come up. Let's do one more. Inhale, you go back to a point where just where you think you can't go any further without falling to the floor, and then contract, pull the belly in, and you imagine it lifting you up. Notice I don't hunch forward. I stay upright, open chest, shoulders back, shoulders down. One more. Inhale as you go back. Exhale, pull yourself up. And then relax. Okay, so take a break. Sit up straight, roll your shoulders, drop your head. So today is a new day, a fresh new day for some of us because everything literally has been washed away by the rain. A fresh new day, a fresh new attitude, a new beginning. Let's roll our head over to the right, come up over the center of the body, Over to the left and gently back down. And let's roll over to the left. Come straight up. Over to the right. And then back down. And gently bringing your head up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Remember, we want to keep them back and down. We don't want to cave in. Lift yourself up. Whenever you're sitting, think of that. When you're walking, think of being tall, something drawing you up, right? From the crown of the head, tall, elongating your spine. So you're not in. So on this beautiful new day, beautiful new week, we may have challenges. We may have things we don't look forward to doing. But if I would suggest maybe, perhaps, not spending too much time ruminating about it. When you find you're being carried away into rumination over this perhaps thing you have to do, bring yourself back to your breath and do it over and over and over again. And it won't be easy. No, it won't. But you can do it anyway. There are a lot of things that aren't easy, and usually the best things to do aren't easy, but you can do it. So draw your belly in one more time. Pull in. Get that feeling, what it feels like to contract those muscles. Hold it in. You can still breathe and hold your belly in. So it's still in, right? It hasn't relaxed. Now let it go slowly, almost as if you're fighting it, like you don't want to do it, but you're letting it relax. Let's do 2 deep breaths just to relax us. Deep breath in, out slowly through the nose. Good. We're going to do it one more time. Remember, we usually breathe very shallow, unless you're climbing a mountain, somebody's chasing you, you're doing some physical activity. So we want to use those lungs, right, deeply, because a lot of times they don't get used. All right, so deep breath in, hold it, slowly release. And then just breathe normally. So if you can, see if you can move a little bit more today than you did yesterday. Unless you did an incredible amount yesterday, then you may want to kind of sit back and relax a little bit today. So you know what you need. And let's work on this whole health, not little tidbits of it, not one part and not the other. Let's put it all together. Okay, and I'll talk more about it next week. So stay healthy, keep active, and keep your spirits up. Don't let the mind take you away too much. It can really kind of mess with you, you know? So stay healthy. See you soon. Bye.